Hello people, welcome to my channel, welcome to another video. This is an opposition preview featuring David, who is obviously a Tottenham fan and has featured on my channel various times in the past. So what we're going to do in terms of this preview is that we'll be going through the team news, then I'll be giving you my lineup, then David will be giving you his lineup, and then we'll get into the prediction of the video, which will begin with Paul Merson's prediction. Then we'll go with Google's probabilities, and then I'll go with my score prediction, and then David will conclude the opposition preview by giving you his score prediction. So without further ado, let's get straight into this opposition preview. So starting off with the team news, and because Chelsea are at home, we'll be starting off with the Chelsea team news. You'll do the Tottenham Hotspur team news, by the way. But getting into the Chelsea team news, like I said, there are two main stories concerning the Chelsea first team, and the first one is to do with Emerson Palmieri and Marcos Alonso, and that is that Emerson Palmieri could start ahead of Marcos Alonso in the left back position yet again. And the second and final story concerning the first team is to do with Callum Hudson-Odoi and Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and that is that Maurizio Sarri could start them both, which would be nice. But that is it for the Chelsea team news.
Now to the better team news. I'm joking. No, we have Dali Ali and Eric Dyer are still unavailable for Spurs. There are no other injury concerns for us.
Yeah, that was what Sky Sports said. I didn't include it in my notes because I didn't think it was necessary, because having only one story kind of means that there's no other injury concerns. But yes, getting into my lineup, and as always, starting off with the formation. I'm sure you're all sick of me saying the following, but it is going to be a 4-3-3 with that deep line playmaker involved. And in terms of the personnel, I've gone with Willy Caballero in goal, because Kepa, I do not expect him to start after what happened on Sunday in the dying minutes of the game. In the dying minutes of the game at Wembley, where we lost to Manchester City. I'll talk more about that later on. But yeah, I've gone with Willy Caballero in goal. I've gone with a back four from right to left of Cesar Azpilicueta, Antonio Rudiger, David Luiz, and Emerson Palmieri. I've gone with a midfield three of, you've guessed it, Jorginho in that deep line playmaker role with Ross Barkley and N'Golo Kante just ahead of him. And I've gone with a front three from right to left of Pedro Rodriguez, Gonzalo Higuain, and Eden Hazard. Now for David's lineup. Fire away.
I'm going with a cool formation of 4-2-3-1, and in goal I've gone with Hugo Lloris. We all know why he's there. I don't see Gazaniga getting a game unless this FA Cup or League Cup, and we're out of both competitions. And Vorm, he's disappeared. He's disappeared. Um,
I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing at the misses in the back.
oh, um, um, going with we're just watching Sky Sports and seeing some hilarious misses. Is it Championship football? Yeah. Going with my back four from right to left. I've gone with Kieran Trippier at right back simply because I believe he wasn't included in our squad against Burnley, so he must have had a rest. Meaning which means I feel like Aurier isn't going to play this game and probably be on the bench. Um, that's why I've gone with Kieran Trippier. I've gone with the centre backs of Alderweireld and Vertonghen. Like they're our best two centre backs, so they have to be playing in this game. Simple as that. Foyth and Sanchez will probably be on the bench, or maybe one of them on the bench. For left back. I've gone with Danny Rose. I feel like we're going to need that width against Chelsea. And I believe that Danny Rose probably provides the better crossing than Ben Davies, so that's why I've gone with Danny Rose. In the holding midfield two, I've gone with Sissoko and Winks. I've gone with Sissoko because originally I would have put Eric Dyer there, but because he's unavailable, I had to go with Musa Sissoko because I don't think there's anyone who can play that role better than him, really, in the CDM role. But if Dyer was available, I would have put him there, so then Sissoko could have been more attacking. Um, but yeah, I've gone with Sissoko and Winks. And was it the front four? People usually call it. I don't know
I
why.
don't understand why it's a 4. I mean, surely if you're saying it's not, surely if a team's playing a 4-2-3-1, you'd call it you'd call it a midfield 5 and then Harry Kane up front by himself.
Yeah, but but in the middle, I've gone with Christian Eriksen. Uh, I know Harrison doesn't really. He's terrible in recent games.
I'm sick of him scoring against us all the time. The only it was a surprise. It's for me. It was a surprise he didn't score in the last Premier League meeting.
Yeah, it's because like I'm glad we have Ericsson because we didn't have Ali. Ali wasn't available, so to have Ericsson there, he knows his fixture and likes to score against Chelsea. It's really good to have him in the team. The alongside him on the right hand side, I've gone with Eric Lamela because I would have put Sissoko there, like I said earlier. But I feel like we're gonna need strength against Emerson. We're definitely gonna need strength because he's a terrific left back. Left back because yeah,
He's a left back.
yeah, and I feel like he's not bad going up as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we're gonna need Lamella to come back and defend as well. And I think that strength would really help us out. I feel like Lucas Moura doesn't have that. I think he has more pace, but I don't think he has the same strength as Lamella. So Moura will probably be on the bench, but I've gone with Lamella. And on the other side, I've gone with Son.
Oh my god.
We all know what happened in the last Premier League fixture. We know. No, I couldn't believe it. The way he went past Jorginho and he stopped running, and then he went again, and he still couldn't catch him. Wow.
I swear, if Jorginho has to go up against Son again, we've lost the game. We've lost the game because when when I watched the highlights of the game and I saw that Jorginho stopped running, I lost my head. I lost my head because let's face it, he was never gonna he was never gonna catch Son. But if you're gonna give your team a chance of not conceding a third goal when you're already playing terribly and when you're already losing the game, of course, keep running, keep running. Give yourself a chance. Don't stop running. I mean, Son, he did get the ball caught underneath his feet a bit, but Jorginho, he didn't have the ball, and you're meant to be able to run faster without the ball. So he should have, for me, he should have kept running. But finish off the lineup before I go off on one.
And the last player in the team, the main man, Harry Kane. Um, I feel like I have to go with Harry Kane because obviously he's back now from injury, and I mean it's weird because when everyone was saying that we need our star players, like we need Harry Kane and everything, but before the Burnley game when he was injured, we were winning a lot of Premier League games. I don't
Yeah,
think we didn't lose a Premier League game.
I don't think he
We
did.
didn't.
No.
And it's like why would you change something that isn't broken?
Yeah.
Um, so I felt like maybe we could have started with Llorente against Burnley and then slowly eased Kane back in, but Poch just went with Kane straight away. But we're gonna have to do with that now. I believe that Kane's definitely cemented his place in the lineup now after scoring against Burnley, and yeah,
Right. So that's the two lineups out of the way. I think that we need to give you. I think that we need to give you some recaps. So I'll start off with the recaps because obviously we're home. 4-3-3, deep line playmaker involved. I'm sure you're all bored of me saying that, but I'm gonna have to continue. I'm gonna have to continue to say it as long as Maurizio Sarri stays manager of Chelsea. But yeah, 4-3-3, deep line playmaker involved. Fabio in goal, a back four from right to left of Cesar Azpilicueta, Antonio Rudiger, David Luiz, and Emerson Palmieri. A midfield three of Jorginho in that deep line playmaker role, with N'Golo Kante and Ross Barkley just ahead of him, and a front three from right to left of Pedro Rodriguez, Gonzalo Higuain, and Eden Hazard. I'll do the recap for your lineup as well. 4-2-3-1, typical Tottenham. Hugo Lloris in goal, a back four from right to left of Kieran Trippier, Toby Alderweireld, Jan Vertonghen and Danny Rose. A midfield five, yes, a midfield five, not a midfield two. I hate when people say that. It's not a 4-2-4. It's not a 4-4-2 either, which is a variation of the. I mean, which a 4-2-4 is a variation of the 4-4-2. It's just the two the two side midfielders are obviously further forward. But anyways, a midfield five of Musa Sissoko and Harry Winks in the two defensive midfield positions with Lucas Moura, not Lucas Moura, sorry, Eric Lamela, Christian Eriksen and Son Heung-min in the three attacking midfield positions with Harry Kane up front as the lone striker. Um, so yeah, that's it for the two lineups. Getting straight into the prediction section of this video, which is obviously the last part. And starting off with Paul Merson's score prediction, he has gone with a 2-2 draw because he believes that Tottenham Hotspur are hot and cold at the moment, and he's gone for a draw because, I mean, he's gone for a draw, but he wouldn't be surprised if Tottenham Hotspur managed to get the 3 points after the hard work in which Chelsea put in on Sunday against Manchester City in the Carabao Cup final, which we should have won, by the way. But yes, that's exactly why he's gone with a 2-2 draw. Now, moving on to Google's probabilities. Google have gone with a 43% chance of a Chelsea victory, a 28% chance of a draw, and a 29% chance of a Tottenham Hotspur victory, which I've already said is harsh. I find it unbelievable that a draw and that Google have put a draw and a Tottenham Hotspur victory is almost the same chance. I think Tottenham Hotspur's chance of winning should be much higher than that, but that's what Google have gone with, and obviously I'm not part of Google. But yeah, moving on to my score prediction, I've also gone with a 2-2 draw because I think that Chelsea can beat Tottenham Hotspur, or at least have a fighting chance of doing so if they play the way in which they did play on Sunday in the Carabao Cup final against Manchester City. However, Tottenham Hotspur do have the players to have the quality to stifle Chelsea. Tottenham Hotspur are without one of their key players in Dele Alli, which could either be detrimental to how they end up playing or could spur them on. Now, I've already said that as a pun, so I don't need to say it again. I'm sure you get it. Anyways, David's gonna give you his score prediction.
Well, this is an interesting one for me because um, recently in a lot of these videos we've always gone on the fence. We've
Yeah.
always gone with a lot of draws. So just for the sake of it, I believe we're going to win this game 3-2. Simply because this season domestically we haven't drawn, which is incredible. We either win or we lose.
Yeah, I find that hard to believe.
So I mean, I feel like we are under pressure because we're only 6 points behind Liverpool. Um, I feel like it could get to the players. Like in my heart, I think maybe Chelsea could win this 2-1. Um, but in my head, I believe that we can win this game 3-2. I don't think. I feel like both defenses are capable of conceding.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. Since we haven't kept a clean sheet in I don't know how long. Probably since the Newcastle game, or but if you want to count European wise as well, Borussia Dortmund.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that wouldn't have been too long ago.
yeah,
But yeah, I was actually gonna go over 2-1 Chelsea victory, but the reason why I didn't is because it's Tottenham Hotspur. They always well recently anyways they've always just torn us apart and gotten more than one goal. So yeah, that's why I didn't go over 2-1 Chelsea victory. Of course, ex with exception to the two semi-final games in the Carabao Cup, because obviously they didn't score more than one in either of the legs. But my point still stands. Tottenham Hotspur always seem to rip us apart nowadays, and it's very frustrating because a few years ago it used to be the other way around.
yeah. So you know how I feel.
I mean, it used to be the other way around when we'd score at least 3 goals against them, but those days are over. Tottenham Hotspur managed to turn it around, and they've actually gotten some victories over us in recent years, and I can guess that they're still celebrating their first ever Premier League victory at Stamford Bridge.
Yes, most definitely.
I for me, this is our chance to rectify it because back in the opposition preview we did, obviously on the 23rd of November, which was the day before the game, I did say that we could redeem ourselves by getting a victory, and obviously we didn't. For me, we have to go out and do it, and like I said in my explanation as to why I've gone for 2-2 draw, which may seem a bit contradictory. I believe that if we played away we did on Sunday, but even better, as in even better going forward. And what I mean by even better going forward is that if we take our chances, then I most certainly believe that we could beat Tottenham Hotspur. It's not going to be easy, of course it's not. It's Tottenham Hotspur, um, but yeah, I think that it's going to be a 2-2 draw because I don't at the moment I don't think that either side are really capable. I don't think no, I don't even know what to say. It's kind of it's a difficult one to call, but yeah, I've gone with a 2-2 draw, and
I, I was just gonna say that at Stamford Bridge, we're not capable of beating you by one goal. But I believe that we have to score at least 2 to 3 goals, or have that gap to actually win the game.
hope I just yeah I agree with that. I just hope that we turn up. But yeah, before we end this, I'm just gonna say one thing to those Chelsea fans who are laughing at Tottenham Hotspur for getting knocked out of the Carabao Cup, and specifically those fans who are laughing at Tottenham Hotspur for their lack of trophies. You lot need to look at yourselves because that's actually backfired. I mean, straight after the semi-final, I believe. I mean, was it before or after we played Bournemouth?
I think it was awful.
Yeah, yeah, it was after. I mean, straight after the semi-final, second leg, we lost 4-0 to Bournemouth. I mean, and everyone was laughing. I was laughing myself. It was that bad. You lot need to stay humble because these things can bite you on the arse, and it's not funny because I used to be one of those fans who used to laugh at the amount of trophies in which other clubs have, but I don't do that anymore because it's slightly immature and because I'm just humble as a fan. I just like to focus on my own team unless I'm doing one of these videos, or unless someone tries to start on me, which is pretty common for me. But yeah, please stay humble because one day it could bite you on the arse. But yeah, that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you all very soon, or we will see you all very soon. I hope you all enjoyed this video. All that's left for us to say is may the best team win.
I can't when you Spurs.
Someone